What up, Big Irish Juggalo? Okay, I heard you mention me. Perhaps I did take it a little bit too seriously, but I think what I thought, over rewatching it, I'm like, oh, I probably took out of context a lot of what he said. First of all, no, I don't take seriously the Fago, whatever, but there were some points that I needed to address. Oh, I want to address this. To anybody who don't like that I'm wearing my wife beater, you could suck it, because I know I look sexy. Yep, you know it. All right, so yeah, no. I mean, I don't mean to disrespect your beliefs because, like, I understand, a lot of people believe in God, and I actually talked to you about what you believe and whatever. I don't know if I was an atheist then. I might have been agnostic, might have been on the fence. I'm not 100% sure. But I do know that I talked to you about this. I would have honestly appreciated if you would have maybe talked to me personally for mentioning me, but I understand. Well, actually, I don't really care, just as long as you're not, showing hate or, trying to say that I did something wrong without even talking to me. You feel me, bro? So, I mean, I just don't want you to try to be portraying me as any enemy because, maybe I did take it a little bit too seriously, but I mean, I don't want you to think that I'm some sort of enemy and then try to portray me that way. So I'm just like, I'm not saying that that's what you're doing. I really don't think that that's what you're doing. I think you're a good guy, but I think it's worth addressing that I don't want people thinking that, and I just want to make sure that that's we're on the same page, that we're cool about this. So, but let me tell you what I did find was that you said this proof of God will have all juggalos nodding in agreement or something, and like maybe now I could recognize, oh, because Fago's awesome, that's why. But it was late at night, and I was like, I don't know, I just got finished responding to another video, um, and I was all riled up. So I get on here, and I see your video, and I'm like, oh, I gotta reply to this because, let me explain. The Amazing Atheist said something about like juggalos worshiping ICP. He was completely joking, but like as if they had some sort of message out there, some sort of like divine message. And I'm like, oh no, I made a whole video explaining how not all juggalos think that, and all juggalos are of a different religion, different religions. They're atheists, Satanists, Christians. And then I go and see a video saying that you're talking about a proof of a god. Um, Being Fago, or how all juggalos would agree with that, and I don't know, maybe I took it as something that there's something religious about being a juggalo, and I just sort of got like, whoa, man. Um, I mean, I was just, maybe again, I was tired. I was a little bit cranky when I made the video, but I still think it was worth addressing that there's nothing religious about the fam. There's something spiritual, maybe depends how you define spiritual. There's something to it. There's some substance. To me, it's more of like there's sort of a conscience to it, not like a consciousness, but a conscience. Like there's sort of a set of morals. There's something that unites us. So so yeah. Also, I should address that when you say our beliefs, that's where that's what takes us where it takes us. I wouldn't 100% agree with that. You might assume that on a God that would judge based on faith. Personally, I think that I'm sorry, I'm gonna say it. That God is vile. Like just a God that would send you to hell for not believing. I'm sorry. I don't mean any disrespect to anybody who believes that, but I just think that that God is vile. I'm just being honest here. And so it could very well be a God that would, reward us based on the good we've done and perhaps punish us based on the bad we've done or based on our intentions. And what's going to happen in the afterlife? How do we know that? How do we know that, for example, how do we know that there's anything eternal about, like, not eternal about the afterlife, but how do you know that there's any sort of eternal, um, like in one state? How do you know that we don't like it's I've always believed if there was an afterlife that it would be thought based, that it would be completely controlled by good intentions or bad intentions in our thoughts, and would take us to yeah, and it would take us to believe it, to like what our thoughts were like, what our intentions were. That would be the kind of state that our reality would seem. So if there was an afterlife, I would believe that it would be sort of a thought based, and reality is all based on the mind type afterlife. Now I don't know, you probably don't, maybe would agree with something along those lines, maybe you wouldn't, but honestly, organized religion is the ones that say all this stuff about all atheists go to hell, and that's because they don't, or all non-believers in this go to hell because they want converts. That's just the truth. They want converts, which equals money. So if you ask me, hell is just the scariest marketing campaign I've ever seen. But I've talked about that, so I just want to clear the air a little bit. You know, I'm not disrespecting your beliefs. I just want to make sure that people understand that, there are atheists in the fam, and we're not any less family. We're not any less juggalos than any, just because ICP believes in God. We're no less of juggalos. I just want to make sure that that's clear. But obviously, I'm on a lighter note here, so yeah, much clown love to you, my dude, and yeah, peace out.